Hi, and welcome to this video where we're going to kind of wrap up the whole idea of big data and artificial intelligence. We've been talking about that all throughout the class, how important it is now and how much more important it's going to be as we go forward. It doesn't come without its issues, though, and we're going to talk a little bit about that, and that is the whole concept of data ethics. I say it's a coming storm. It's not exactly a coming storm. It's already here. But it's going to grow exponentially in the next, for the foreseeable future. So the way to think about it is when we have, when we utilize a lot of data, how we get it, how we store it, comes with a certain ethical requirement to make sure it's secure, to make sure that it's used for the right purposes. And that's questionable sometimes whether or not that happens or not. We hear about those kinds of things all of the time. The bottom line is this. I don't mind Google having data because they use it for commercial purposes. They use it for intelligence in what they do. I would say the same thing for Amazon. That doesn't bother me so much. Businesses have always used customer data to do those things. I'm not as keen about the government having it, as an example. So there's a lot of there's a lot of factors here that really come into play that we have to really ask serious questions about. When have we collected too much data, and where does the problem come in with that? The artificial intelligence side of it is another story. That is allowing machines, essentially, to make decisions. So I always like to pose this kind of question to people. If we train machines to be customer service go-betweens, which we already have, so that's your customer service contact, and we tell them to show the client that they're interacting with different types of products and things like that. Do we send a machine to prison for defrauding an old lady out of her life savings when it's really just acting in the way that we asked it to do? And so we can't send a machine to prison, but can we instill a sense of morality into a machine? Those are really important questions. Those are things that are happening now, and certainly the outcome could work that way. And we have to be very, very careful about how we proceed. So this week, I've posted. It's probably best just go to the module in our class shell. I've posted 3 articles, and I'm going to pull that up on our schedule so you can see what I'm talking about. One of them is titled "Ethical Concerns Mount as AI Takes a Bigger Decision-Making Role in More Industries." It's an interesting one that's produced by, in a series that Harvard produced on ethical concerns with data. There's another one that Forbes put out there, is "The Big Problem with Big Data." It's an interesting read as well. And the last one I'd ask you to just glance through is the top 9 ethical issues in artificial intelligence that was really put together by the World Economic Forum, trying to come up with some kind of common ground view towards what do we have to do to make sure that we are managing this as well as we possibly can and not creating problems. I bring it up, and the only reason I think it's important is something that I think you who are starting your careers need to know about, but the other side of it is you're going to have to deal with some of the outcomes of this, and I think that's very, very important that you start thinking about what's the right way to do this, and what kind of checks can be put in place, and what's your role going to be in deciding how we use this level of data and this level of artificial intelligence to do decision making. So anyway, something to think about on the way out of class. This will be the last one of these types of videos I'll do. But if you have any comments or questions about it, certainly let me know. And I hope you give it some thought.